Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Pandemic. Well, until now nothing exciting happened. There were no outbreaks. I had one epidemic card and well, I'm trying to find a cure for the blue disease. That's my next goal. So it's now the field operative, and she will use a special ability. Once per turn you may spend an action to move one cube from your current city to your role card. So that's what she did. And she then can take that cube, and then she moves to Chicago. 1, 2, 3. Then we have to draw 2 cards, Kinshasa and Jakarta. And, well, that is bad. We have now 2 cards of every color. So we have to go back somehow. I think I'm going to discard we have to go down on 7 cards. So I think I'm going to discard a yellow one. The yellow disease doesn't seem too threatening right now. Or maybe a black one, I'm not sure. I think I'll take the yellow one. Okay, and then I got to draw 2 of these infection cards. This is Madrid. Place a cube here, and then it's Kinshasa. So then it's the Archivist. He's here in Manila, and he travels here across the Pacific to San Francisco. So that is his first step. And he goes to Chicago, second step. And now they can share information. They're in the same city, the city of Chicago. So that allows them now to deal this card, Chicago, and only this card. So the Archivist gives now this card to the field operative. So she has now 8 cards, but that's okay. She only has to have 7 cards at the end of her turn. So for now she can have 8 cards. And she now has 3 cards, 3 blue cards. And it says now, one of her special abilities is you may cure a disease following normal rules, but using only 3 cards plus 3 matching cubes from your roll card. So now, if she manages to get another cube, she can try to heal the disease. She only has to find a research center then. Okay, so that was the 3rd action of the Archivist. And then, well, he moves to Toronto. And draws 2 cards. That's a special event, rapid vaccine deployment. Play immediately after a cure is discovered to remove up to 5 cubes of the cured disease. These cubes must come from connected cities. Okay. And the second card is special event government grant. Add a research station to any city for free. Well, that is good, because I can play that to allow yellow to to find the cure in Washington if I build a research station there. So that's very, very good. I'm gonna do this later. And then we draw the infection cards. This is Milan. We got that here. And Baghdad. A black cube here. Okay. And now the researcher. Okay, I'm not so sure what to do here. I think I'll move to Moscow. Discard that card. Fly from Shanghai to Moscow. That was my first action, then second, third, move to Algiers, and then heal here. Okay. And maybe I can build a research station here in Algiers in the next turn. No, I don't have the card for this. Anyway. So now I draw new cards, and this is Bogota and Essen. I find it funny that this is in the game because Essen is a very small city, and it's not an important city of Germany at all. But of course it's because of the Spiel Essen, and I always gotta love if I draw this card. Okay, and now it's we draw the infection cards. So we have Sydney. Oh, and we have to place 2 here in Sydney because of this special chronic effect. I'm just wondering if I forgot to do this earlier on, but I don't think so actually. In Taipei, no, it's all fine. Okay, and then I draw another card, and this is Chennai. And this is down here. Fine. So now maybe we're able to accomplish our first cure. So the field operative, she moves now to Washington. 1, 2. And then she's allowed again to use her special ability and remove 1 cube here. And now I play this government grant. The Archivist will do this now. Add a research station to any city for free. So I'm going to place a research station in Washington now. And then I can find the cure for my first disease, the blue one. I can spend these 3 cards and the 3 cubes. I'm at a research center, so now I've discovered my first cure. Let's see. So this is the blue one, so we can place that here now. Great! So the first success, very good. And then we draw 2 cards, and we have an epidemic here. And then I draw a second card, just not to forget that. And this is Los Angeles here. Okay, so I got to increase the infection rate. It's still 2. And I got to infect a city. Once again from the bottom of the deck. St. Petersburg. Okay. And I gotta place 3 cubes there. And then I got to intensify this, so it means I got to shuffle the discard pile and place it on top of the infection deck. Okay, and now this continuing effect comes into play, the slippery slope. Each outbreak of the virulent strain moves the outbreak marker forward 2 spaces instead of 1. This is dangerous. That is really tough. And then we have to draw 2 new cards. This is Chennai again. So it's placed here, and then it's Kinshasa. We got that now here. Okay. So, that was yellow's turn. Now it's blue. And it might be an idea to try to eradicate this cure. Means if you manage to treat all blue cubes so that there are no more blue cubes in the game, then and if you have a cure, then this disease is eradicated. So that means you can simply ignore all the blue cards. And that would be good. I'm wondering if I should do that. Maybe that's a good idea. And I think I'll try to do this actually. I only have a sorrow here with Sao Paulo. If this comes too early, there will be an infection. There will be an outbreak. There's a risk here. Okay. Okay, anyway, I think I'll take that risk. So I move here to Madrid. Like this. And then I do a treatment here, so the blue cube goes away. So that was my second action. No, I think I'll move simply down here then to Sao Paulo and then do another healing here. So there is no more risk then. Okay, so that's it. And I'm allowed to draw new cards. This is Buenos Aires and Milan. And then we draw new infection cards. We got Manila. And Taipei. And this is getting dangerous here. Okay, then it's the researcher again. She's here. And she moves now to St. Petersburg. So that is 1, 2. And now she heals. And if you have a cure and you heal, then you can actually remove all cubes in the city. That's a big advantage if you have the cure. So they're now all gone. So that was my third action. And then I think it might be a good idea to go to this red area. So I'll fly to Osaka, which is here. And then I might be able to heal a little bit here in the next turns. So let's see, I draw 2 cards, Hong Kong and Sao Paulo. Okay, well, she already has now a few yellow cards. That's maybe not so bad. Maybe she can meet with the Archivist and give him her yellow cards. So that would then allow the Archivist to heal, to find a cure for the yellow disease. Let's see. I'm now at 8 cards, so I got to discard 1. And well, I think this will be Essen. And then we draw new cards here, Karachi, which is here, and Baghdad, which is now here. Okay, it's again the field operative. She's allowed to heal in Washington, so she can remove both cards here, both cubes. And now well, she can actually fly to yeah, that was her first step. Okay, so now she flies to I don't want to risk too much here with these red cubes. Okay, I think she flies to Ho Chi Minh City. Just give me a second. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this is here. And then she goes to Manila. And she can take a cube and place it here on a roll card. So it's a little less dangerous now here. And then she draws 2 new cards. That is St. Petersburg. And, well, that's a new epidemic. Okay, let's see. Now we have the infection rate at 3. It's getting more and more dangerous. Again, we draw a new card. Let's hope it's not a blue one. This is daily. So we now have to infect daily with 3 cubes. This is not good at all. And then we have to intensify. And now it's not a very big pile, so the risk is high that we draw one of the other cards here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play One Quiet Night, That gives me some time. The next player to begin the playing the infector phase of their turn may skip that phase entirely. So now we don't have to draw infection cards during this turn. Oh, and I forgot, of course we have a hidden pocket. In the violent, if the violent strain has been eradicated and at least one city of its color is in the infection discard pile, flip its marker to cured and add 1 cube to every city of its color in the discard pile. Otherwise ignore this event. Okay, so we can ignore this. That's a good thing. And yeah, so now it's again the Archivist. And he flies to Milan. I want to eradicate this thing. So I go to Milan now. I heal. And then I can eradicate the blue disease, and I can now flip this marker to this nice side, and that indicates that the disease is eradicated. So from now on we can ignore all blue cards, which is definitely an advantage. And I think about playing the commercial travel ban. So that says now the infection rate becomes 1 until the start of the current player's next turn. So that's something I'm going to play, and I hope that helps. I have now 2 2 actions left, and actually I think I will draw. I'm not sure. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly to Johannesburg, discard this card, go there, and then move here to Kinshasa. And I hope I can heal there in one of the next turns. But it's a dangerous situation now. On the other hand, it might be even more necessary to go here. So maybe I'll do this. I prefer to do that. So I go here from Milan, I move to Baghdad. Okay. And then I got to draw 2 new cards. Beijing and Mumbai. And then we only have to draw 1 infection card because of the commercial travel ban. And that is Karachi, and that's a problem now. I was afraid that would happen. That's really bad, because we had to add a 4th cube here. And this is something that is not possible. It comes to an outbreak now. If there are more than 3 cubes, you have an outbreak. So, and the outbreak means you have to place 1 cube in every adjacent city. So there is 1 now in Tehran, 1 in Baghdad, 1 in Riyadh, and another 1 in Mumbai. And now we have to move this outbreak marker. The problem is we also have to place an additional cube because of this outbreak in Karachi in Delhi. And that means we got now some kind of chain reaction here. That would be the 4th cube So now we have an additional outbreak in Delhi. And that means we have to place more cubes. One in Tehran, one in Mumbai, one in Chennai, and one in Calcutta. And now the situation here is getting really dangerous. I mean, just look at this. It's terrible. And we have a second outbreak, so we have to move this. Okay. So we have to regain control in this area. This is very important now. Okay. What can we do here? So first we have the researcher. And I'm gonna fly to Tehran from Osaka. So this is here, and then I'm gonna move to Baghdad, and I'm gonna remove one from here, one cube. And then I have two actions left. And I'm going to give the field operative two of these yellow cards with these two actions. I can do this. You may give a player cards from your hand for one action per card. Both of your pawns must be in the same city, but it doesn't matter which city you are in. So she can now take these two cards, and she now has 4 cards of the yellow disease. So that might be a little risky because I didn't care too much about what happens here, but on the other hand, I think I have to risk this. I mean, if I draw now Chennai or Delhi, I'm in trouble. This whole region explodes. But on the other hand, I shouldn't forget about the other diseases too. And maybe I am lucky. I mean, you never know. So I draw now. It's really a risky thing that I'm doing now. I draw now 2 more cards. This is Riyadh, and that is Karachi. So this is interesting. Okay. And then I have to draw 1 infection card because of the commercial travel ban, and let's hope here for the best. It's really tough now. And we were lucky. This is Taipei. Well, actually we were not really lucky, but it isn't so bad. We have an outbreak here in Taipei. But this isn't too bad. Well, depends. Let me see. The problem is we have to place 2 cubes because of this virulent strain effect here. And yeah, but I think that's it then. We have to place 2 cubes where no cube was before, and I think I didn't place one in Hong Kong actually, in Shanghai. Oh man, this is not looking good anymore. This is definitely a problem. Wait a minute. I see now I made an error. I shouldn't give these 2 yellow cards to the field operative, but to the archivist. Because I'm not in the same space with the field operative, but with the archivist. So the researcher wasn't allowed to give the cards to her, but to him. But actually this is not such a big difference, because he also had 2 yellow cards, so he might be able to find a cure in one of the next turns. So, and then, now this thing goes up 2 spaces because of the slippery slope. Each outbreak of the virulent strain moves the outbreak marker forward 2 spaces instead of 1. Okay, so we're really in trouble now. This whole situation here is completely out of control. So let's see, it's now the field operative. And she has to do something here. So first she'll heal in Manila, and she's then allowed to place this red marker here. And she moves then to Shanghai, 1, 2, and she'll heal there too. Yeah, and now if I draw one of these black cards, things are looking bad. But there's nothing I can do about it, I think. So I have to draw now 2 more cards, Lima and Borrowed Time. Well, that sounds good. The current player may take 2 additional actions this turn. It's a little, well, maybe we can do this. We need these cards now, otherwise we'll be lost. And we got to go down on 7 cards, so of course I'm gonna discard that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. So I'm gonna discard St. Petersburg here. And then I draw another infection card. Let's see what this is. Delhi. This is bad. This may be it. The whole region is exploding now. Yeah. That's possibly it. Okay, yeah. First we have an outbreak in Delhi. That means we have to place 1 in Tehran and 1 in Kolkata. So this is our first outbreak here. Then we have to place 1 in Mumbai. Then we have an outbreak in Karachi. And we have to place a cube in Istanbul. And now we have to place a cube in Riyadh. The problem is now we're out of cubes, but what I can do is I can remove a cube from this card at any time and give it back to the box. So I have this 1 cube left. This is placed now in Riyadh. So let me see now. We started here. We had an outbreak in Delhi. Then we had an outbreak in, oh man, in Mumbai. And we have an outbreak in Chennai. So there is another outbreak here. Because of, yeah, it's all it's all blowing up. And here we needed more cubes for Bogota, for Bangkok, for Jakarta. So actually, that's it. Game over. We don't have enough black cubes. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I might have forgotten one outbreak here, so it would be over anyway. So that's it. Okay, that was a short series, and maybe the risk that I took was too high. I should have tried to cure this region, to treat the disease here, instead of sharing information in Istanbul. Maybe I was too optimistic here. But, well, in the end, you always know better. This game is hard to beat. You can adjust the difficulty. Depends on how many of these epidemic cards you shuffle into the deck. You can shuffle up to 7 cards in the deck. I tried it with 5, which is the normal difficulty. Yeah, but as you can see, it was too hard. Maybe I was also too focused on eradicating the blue disease. This is something I tend to be. I always like to eradicate a disease because I think it's a big advantage. But in this case, maybe that wasn't the case. I'm not sure about that. Okay, just a few words to the game. I think this is a fantastic game. I'm not a big fan of Euro games. You know that? If you follow my series. But, I mean, this is a game which is absolutely Euro. But the mechanics of this game are so fantastic, and it's so well, so elegant in a way. Everything works so perfect together. You can really see the beauty in the mechanics here. The game is, well, actually pretty simple. It's fast. It works perfectly solo, but it's also amazing with more players. So, well, it's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, it's a big puzzle. You have to like this. You really have to... there is not so much theme in the game. Okay, you have these event cards and they add a little theme, but in the end it's a big puzzle. But I enjoy this very, very much. You have some advantage if you play solo because you can see all the cards of every player. If you play with more players, you're not allowed to show your cards, but you're allowed to tell the other players what cards you have. So there is a lot of communication during the game. And that makes it quite interesting, I think. The expansion adds a lot. I really like the variants. This virulent strain makes the game more interesting. There's also a mutation variant. I'm going to do another playthrough about this mutation variant, which is also very interesting. I also like the new specialists, the new role cards, and the new event cards. They're all very good. So I strongly recommend the expansion. It adds a lot more, even though there are not so many new components. So yeah, I think I said everything that's important, and hope to see you in one of my next videos. Until then, bye.